Welcome to my Piso Matters presented by Investing Made Easy PH and the Roma podcast. And today, isa na namang siksik, liglig at umaapon na episode ang hinanda namin for all our viewers. Hindi ba sis?
Yes, this is a very, very exciting topic. I'm sure marami kayong matututunan ngayon. And our guest is the authority in this kind of thing. So I was really looking forward to this. As we always do in our previous episodes, we are always into educating people on personal finance. And I know this particular topic is very helpful to a lot of people.
We'll discuss the things that every Pinoy must understand about credit cards because we at Investing Made Easy PH believe that it's about time that you understand kung ano ba ang pinapasok natin when we apply and use our credit cards. Watch this or save this video for future use, and nandito na rin lang naman tayo. Why don't you follow, like, and share our official Facebook page and YouTube channel bago naman ipakilala ang aming guest today. So again, that's Investing Made Easy PH. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. You're still watching My Piso Matters, presented by Investing Made Easy PH and the Roma podcast. And our guest for today has an extensive experience in corporate sales, consumer sales, marketing, business development, customer service credit, and collection at finance. He finished business administration from the University of the East and is currently finishing his MBA at St. Paul University, Quezon City. Mr. Edwin Ventura has worked a combined number of more than 26 years with card issuers, merchant acquirers, and card associations. He is currently employed as head of new merchant acquisition at NYSEO-listed and Fortune 500 company specializing in payment processing solution for consumers and business. Welcome to My Piso Matters, Mr. Edwin Ventura.
Hi, good evening. Thank you, Roma, for having me here in your show. Thank you, Therese.
So as mentioned in our introductions earlier, we carefully chose this topic because we want our fellow Pinoys to understand at least the basics about credit card and how it can impact our finances. Madaling sabihin na kapag may credit card, mababaon ka sa utang, but is it really the case? Sabay-sabay po tayong makinig at matuto from Edwin.
May iba't iba tayong type ng cards. We have I think we have the prepaid, we have the debit card, and the credit card. So, ano ba yung difference nila? And lalo na kasi, di ba, when we go to the mall or sometimes the staff would ask us kapag nagpunta tayo sa restaurant, debit po ba or Visa? At least in Singapore, ganun di ba? Visa po ba or MasterCard? Mga ganon. So, can you help us with those different types of cards?
Well, ang main topic natin tonight is credit cards, di ba? Pero tama ka, maganda rin pag-usapan natin the other types of cards. Merong three major types of cards. Yung debit, prepaid, and credit. Yung prepaid card, this is something that you load money with. You get to pay before getting the service or merchandise. Parang paid in advance. Ano example ng mga prepaid cards? Recently, yung government nagpamigay ng SAP budget. Some of them were in cash. Some of them were in forms of prepaid cards. So yun. So may stored value na laman yung card and then gagamitin ng beneficiary. Yung Starbucks, yung card nila, di ba? Yes. It's prepaid. You load it first before you buy. Kung minsan ilo-load mo ngayon, pero you will consume the load months later. So, yun yung prepaid. Medyo lugi ka doon as a consumer kasi you spent your money already, pero hindi mo pa na-enjoy yung goods or service. Yun yung prepaid platform. The debit naman is real-time debiting against your savings account or checking account. Yung ATM natin are debit cards. Diba? Kung napansin niyo in the last few years, yung banks have converted the ATM cards into branded debit cards. Ano yung branded debit cards? Meron na siyang Visa, MasterCard. If you notice, yung ATM card ninyo. It means it
Yes.
can already be used in the Visa, MasterCard network. Kahit nasa Singapore ka, kahit nasa US, as long as the merchant is affiliated by Visa or MasterCard, pwede mo na gamitin yung debit card. But debit card is real time. Maganda yung debit card for people who do not want to borrow money. Yung ayaw mabaon sa credit card. Debit card is a good solution. Kasi sa debit, pag bumili ka, parang cash. Nagbayad ka ngayon. Real time na debit yung account mo. So wala kang
Wala
utang.
lang yung physical money.
Wala, yun lang. Wala kang utang, wala ka rin pautang. Kasi sa prepaid, parang ikaw naman yung nagpautang, di ba? Nandun na yung pera mo, you're not enjoying kung ano man yung gusto mong bilhin, hindi pa. The third is the credit card. Credit card is enjoy now, suffer later, hindi, pay later, di ba? Yun yung credit card. Nakuha mo na yung gusto mo ngayon, pero you will be billed by your card company usually once a month. On next billing mo, or your purchases today will be 1 month later. Tapos pag dumating pa yung bill, there's a due date na hindi naman agad-agad. The due date will be siguro mga 10 to 15 days later pa. So, parang nakaka-enjoy ka ng 45 days na credit. Na actually, libre yun. Pagbabayaran mo agad.
Within
Libre yun.
45 days.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pero, dapat marunong ka mag-handle ng credit card account mo, di ba? Para hindi ka magka-problema. So, kung gusto mo lang magpa-social na nagsuswipe ka ng card pag nagsa-shopping ka, pero ayaw mo naman magkautang, ayaw mo mabaon sa credit card, debit card gamitin mo. Kasi the debit cards are now accepted where credit card is accepted. Kahit sa mall, kahit sa department store, restaurant, supermarkets, gas stations, abroad, tinatanggap na yung debit card natin. Si Visa, MasterCard branded na siya.
Ako personally, mas gusto kong gumamit ng credit card. Gusto ko consolidated yung expenses ko. So at the end of the month, alam ko na, okay, ito para lahat ng purchases ko. Kasi it happened to me na parang ayoko magkaroon ng utang sa credit card. So lahat debit card. Ang nangyari, masyadong masaya gamitin yung debit card. Alam kong wala akong utang. Tapos hindi masakit sa bulsa, sa pakiramdam na kasi swipe ka lang ng swipe. Unlike, di ba, pag physical yung money, makikita mo yung wallet mo, ubus na yung pera ko. So nag-debit card ako, na parang, shit, hindi ko na malayan, wala na pala akong pera. So ngayon, credit card, mas gusto ko siya yung credit card. Kasi at least nararamdaman ko, whenever I pay it at the end of the month, alam ko na, okay, ito pala lahat ng expenses ko.
Yung credit limit when you apply for the card, pwede mo i-request yan kung magkano yung credit limit na gusto mo. But if you don't ask for it, yung bangko na nag-process ng card application mo will determine it for you based on the financial documents that you submitted, di ba? In many cases, kung depositor ka ng bangko, alam na nila more or less ano yung kaya nilang bigay na credit limit sa'yo based on your existing bank loans, based on your existing savings or checking account, ano yung average daily balance mo doon. But you can always request for your desired credit limit, kung anong appropriate para sa need mo at sa lifestyle mo. In cases where yung bangko nag-assign ng credit limit na tingin mo kulang, so padagdagan mo. Pero, in the same way, kung tingin mo sobra at matetempt ka na mag-splurge, gumastos, pwede mo rin pa-reduce sa bangko yung credit limit. I think ang importante dyan is to have a credit limit that is suitable for your needs. Diba? Kasi mahirap na baka bigyan ka ng credit limit na 1 million, yung pala hindi mo naman kaya
your capacity, no?
Risky din yung credit limits na yan Kasi one bank would give you according to your capacity. But another bank would do the same. So na-doble na yung capacity mo, di ba? Kung 3 bangko pa yung nagbigay sa'yo or 4 na bangko yung credit card mo, ang capacity mo is, halimbawa lang, 500,000 credit limit ang kaya mo, 4 na yung nagbigay. So 2 million na yun. So actually, pwede mo nang maabuso yun, di ba? Pero syempre, ikaw din ang kawawa kasi babayaran mo din naman lahat yun, di ba?
Okay, that's good to know, Edwin. Okay, yan narinig nyo na just because you were given this type of spending limit, hindi ibig sabihin, good na yon, parang kumaga fix na yon, pwede ho kayo mag-request na ibaba or itaas.
What are the charges and interests dun sa credit card? Kasi mayroong credit card pero hindi marunong magbasa ng statement of account.
Dapat binabasa natin yung fine print. Kasi
Yes.
credit card is a business, diba? Siyempre yung mga bangko, negosyo nila yan. And they have many ways of earning from the customers through the credit card. Una-una, meron yung annual fee, diba? Binabayaran natin yung annual fee. Pero did you know na yung annual fee sa ibang countries, hindi na yan nasisingil. Ayaw nang magbayad ng mga cardholders. Pero sa Philippines, case by case, nire-reverse nila yan eh.
They waive, diba? They call
nila
you.
yan pag,
when you request.
When you request or maraming cases. Pero ako, ang tip ko lang, sikreto lang. Try nyo i-request, i-waive. Kasi baka naman they have reasons to waive it for you. Baka may ongoing promo or baka naman yung spending mo in the last 12 months is enough for them to waive that fee. Pero aside from the annual fee, ang isang main source ng credit card as an income is yung interest income, siyempre. Kasi pautang yan eh. Alam naman natin ang bangko, dalawa lang negosyo niyan, di ba? Mangutang at magpautang. So, in this case, sa credit card, ikaw yung pinapautang ng bangko. Therefore, magbabayad ka ng interest. But not all card transactions will be charged interest. Kasi kung napansin nyo, kaya nagbabayad kayo ng credit card nyo, di ba? If you pay for the full amount, walang interest yun. Hindi ka i-charge ng interest. But if you pay any amount between the minimum amount due na nandun sa statement mo saka yung full balance mo, yung matitira nun, merong interest. And the interest charges range from, depende sa bangko, from 2.5% to 3.75%. Depende. Pero it's something that you will see in the fine print. Nandun naman yun. Hindi pwedeng i-declare. Actually, hindi na pala fine print ngayon because BSP required the banks, mga 10 years ago pa siguro, they required not to use the fine print for the commercial terms. So malaki na yon. And actually, they require card issuers to present it together with the billing statement at least once a quarter or every 2 months. Hindi every month na makikita mo, but it's in your statement. Kung electronic statement man yan or physical paper statement, makikita mo, there's a page for the charges. Mali na pala yung fine print na sinabi ko kanina. So, hindi na siya actually fine print. Binawalan ni BSP. So, yun yung main income ng bangko, yung interest charges. So, kung hindi ka nag-revolve, nag-avail ng revolving credit tawag dyan eh. Kasi you're given a certain credit limit, pero you work within that limit, di ba? Pag ginamit mo, nababawasan na yung limit na yan. If it's 500,000, lumiliit siya. Pero the moment you pay off, bumabalik yung credit. Kaya revolving credit eh. So, yung credit limit mo, pag ginamit mo siya, hindi ka naman i-charge ng interest until you avail of that revolving credit niya. Kung ikaw yung tipo na kagaya ko na hindi ako nag-avail ng revolving credit, hindi kumikita sa akin ng interest income yung bangko. Okay? Pero marami pa naman silang ibang ways to earn. So kahit hindi ka magbayad ng interest, marami pa silang ibang way para kumita sa'yo. Every time you use a card sa merchant, kumikita ang bangko doon.
Kaya, may isingit ko lang din na, Edwin, kasi yan lang yung laging tinatanong eh. Parang, bakit ang credit card companies, for example, heavy user ka ng card, tapos hindi ka naman nagpapa-interest kasi binabayaran mo in full. So, wala talaga silang makitang charges sa'yo. So, parang I'm thinking, bakit inaalagaan ka nila? How do they earn from you? So, ganun pala yun sa merchants sila.
Kumikitang kabuhayan yan eh. Parang double-edged sword yan eh. Parang ang tawag sa amin sa Bulacan doon, yung lagari na doble ang talim. sa taas, sa ilalim eh. Kumikita sila. Maraming ways kumita. Ano pa yung ibang charges? Gusto nyo pa malaman yung ibang kinikita sa atin.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
please.
yes.
Oo.
Sikreto lang natin to, wala naman ako sa bangko na ngayon eh.
Oo, tayo-tayo lang. Tayo-tayong lahat.
Oh, tayo-tayong lahat. Tama, oo.
Pag gumamit ka ng card mo abroad, kikita ang bangko sa currency conversion. Kasi if you're in Singapore dollar yung transaction mo doon, you will be billed in pesos. When they convert the Singapore dollar to pesos, may markup sila doon. Pag nag-avail ka ng cash advance, merong cash advance fee. Tapos yung interest charges sa cash advance, mas malaki dun sa regular interest rate. Kasi to the bank, high risk yun eh. Cash yung nilabas nila eh. Sa kanila nang galing yung goods, cash, di ba? Hindi sa merchant. Pagka yung cheque binayad mo, walang pondo, syempre yung bangko kikita ng return check fee, di ba? May penalty yun. Pag naging collection case ka, syempre may collection fees. Yung babayad nila rin sa collection agency, sa'yo i-charge yun. Kung maging legal case ka, wag naman sana, all the legal fees i-charge sa'yo yun, di ba? Pagka na-late ka ng payment, aside from the interest, merong penalty. May late payment charges na tinatawag. Kasi yung interest is, you are not delinquent, di ba? Nag-avail ka nung revolving credit mo, pero binayaran mo yung minimum amount due, yung natira, walang interest yun. Pero pag na-late ka ng bayad, may late payment charges. Tapos pag nawala yung card mo, sisingin ka ng card replacement fee na may markup din sila doon. Hindi naman yung cost ng plastic lang sisingilin sa'yo. May tubo pa rin yun. Saka yung day-to-day spending natin, may kita rin ang bangko doon. Pero okay lang na pagkakitaan tayo, di ba? Doon sa mga fair lang sa atin, okay lang. Wag sana tayo pagkakitaan ng bangko doon sa pinabayaan natin na pagkakitaan tayo, like legal fees, collection fees, penalties, di ba? Interest charges, okay pa rin yun, pero dapat reasonable. Nasa sa'yo yun, paano magiging reasonable yung interest charges.
Ikaw magiging dahilan para kumita sa'yo yung bangko.
Oo, ganun yun. Parang lahat naman is with your consent.
Knowing on unknowingly.
Yun nga lang.
Oo. I would like to know, Edwin, kapag dumating na yung credit card statement, di ba, nakaskas mo na and all. So it says on the statement, minimum amount to pay, which you mentioned earlier. Parang kasing we're given an option to pay just the minimum amount. Is it okay na sundin yun na, okay, sige, ito lang muna ang babayaran ko? Or dapat ba laging, katulad nung kay Therese, bayad ko agad para wala na akong problema?
Depende sa lifestyle mo yan. Depende sa financial discipline mo yan. No? Option yun, pero tama ba i-avail yung option of paying the minimum amount due? Ako, by principle, ako ayaw kung may utang ako. Especially, ako, nung niraran ko itong ganitong klaseng, may seminar kami dito sa mga previous employers ko same topic Ang ina-advise ko rin sa mga attendees, usually mga batang empleyado yan, mga during the employee orientation, may ganito. Sabi ko sa kanila, isipin mong mabuti kung mangungutang ka kasi utang yan di ba? If you only plan to pay the minimum amount due or any amount nga lower than the actual transaction, tama ba yun? Di ba? Kasi kung pagkain yun, halimbawa, pagkain, fair ba sa sarili mo na yung food na binili mo, restaurant, nag-dine-in kayo, hindi mo babayaran? Alam mo naman na after 3 days, nasaan na yung kinain mo na yan, di ba? Lahat na nasaan yan, di ba?
Yes.
Pero kung mag-i-invest ka, kagaya sa mga mamahaling bag ni Therese, mag-i-invest ka na, alam mo naman
Yuko, Therese, yuko!
Alam mo naman na 20 years from now, yung LV mo at Gucci mo, nakikita mo pa, proud na proud ka pa, di ba? Siguro okay lang yun na binayaran mo yun with interest. Kasi investment yun, di ba? So, depende kung ano yung binabayaran mo. Kung day-to-day, ako, personal lang, sa akin lang ito, I would advise na huwag mo utangin, di ba? Kasi, sayang naman yung interest di ba? So, sabi ko sa mga nag-attend ng mga seminar, for durable goods na maglalast ng mga 1 taon, okay lang yan, sulit yan, siguro investment mo yan Pero, pag nakita mo yung minimum amount due, option nga yun. Of course, the banks would always want to earn interest, diba? Interest income from you. Kaya may sinaset sila na minimum. Pero yung minimum na yun is about a small fraction lang, mga 5% of the total amount due. Usually 5% of the total amount due or 500 pesos, whichever is higher. Ganyan yung makikita mo na minimum amount due. Pero isipin mo, all the rest nga, matcha-charge ng interest. At compounding yung interest na yun. Anong compounding? Ibig sabihin, mag-earn siya ng interest this month. Next month, ang basis na nung interest na babayaran mo uli will be yung balance mo plus yung interest na na-charge sa'yo nung previous month. So yung interest, manganganak pa yun na interest. Kinumpute namin yan eh. Yung pag binabayaran mo lang o na kung magkano man yung transaction amount. Pag binayaran mo lang palagi, religiously, every month, minimum amount due lang yung babayaran mo. Yung original transaction na yon, babayaran mo yan at least 3.5 years from now. So gusto mo ba yun? 3.5 years may utang ka? Kasi nanganganak ka ng interest eh. So kung mag-avail ka ng revolving credit mo, ang advice ko, wag naman minimum amount lang yung babayaran mo. So kung halimbawa, yung mamahaling sapatos ni Roma o ni Therese, tingin nila good investment naman yan. Tanungin mo sarili mo, is it worth paying this off within 1 year or within 6 months? E di i-program mo na, di ba? So kung within 6 months to, at sinacharge ako ng 3.5% interest per month, so roughly, kung magaling ka sa math, roughly siguro ito yung magiging total amount nito. Divide ko by 6 kung 6 months. So every time may statement ako, ito yung amount na babayaran ko for these shoes. Ganon. So, more of personal discipline eh. Ang mahirap lang, marami sa atin mahina sa math. Kaya doon tayo sasabit eh. Pero
mahilig gumastos pero ayaw mag-compute pag magbabayad na.
Pero
ayaw magbasa ng statement of account.
Pera ito pinag-uusapan dito, Roma, di ba? So, ikaw, kung isipin mo, cold cash lahat yan, di ba? Bilang na bilang mo yung naman ng wallet mo. Dapat ganun din. Nagiging virtual lang, wala yung cash. Pero pera mo pa rin yung pinag-uusapan. Kita mo pa rin yung mababawasan. Yung savings mo pa rin sa bangko yung mauubos, di ba? So, dapat iniisip natin yon. Huwag tayo madala sa tukso. Kasi pagka nag-3-day sale ang mall, pag may mga bagong uso, ang daling
bumili.
Oo. Tapos yung mga bangko pa, kanina tanong mo yung credit limit, they adjust the credit limit according to your credit behavior.
That is true.
Na magbayad, i-increase silang i-increase yan.
Magugulat ka na lang.
I-inform ka pa nila, ma'am, gusto niyo po bang i-adjust ang credit limit niyo? Kasi naka-qualify po kayo sa certain so and so, di ba? Ganun ang sasabihin nila.
Nung minsan may nagyayabang sa amin na pinapakita niya yung mga card niya sa wallet niya. 5, 6. Ang credit limit daw, 1 million. Eh. Ang isa, average. Sabi namin, alam mo ba na yung 5 na yan? Hindi naman na to, hindi naman delinquency usapan dito. Yung risk naman, sabi namin, pag nawala yan, alam mo ba na parang nawala ng 6 million pesos kung biglang magamit yan. So, nakakatakot din yung credit limit on a security perspective, di ba? Sa risk pag nagamit ng iba. Pwede na pag-usapan yan, paano ma-avoid yan. Pero, dalawa yung risk lumalabas. No? Yung mabaon ka sa utang, maging delinquent ka, masira yung financial discipline mo. Pangalawa is yung risk of yung card mo being falling on the wrong hands. Yan.